Hi again. Now what we're gonna do is look and see what happens when you add ice to water, right? Lakes will freeze in the winter and sea ice will form on the ocean up in the Arctic and Antarctic. So we're gonna follow what happens to that ice as it melts. I have two beakers, one with salt water and one with fresh water. And you can try this at home just like you can make density layers at home as well. If you were to put an ice cube in these containers and just sit and watch them melt, the ice would melt much faster in the freshwater container than it would in our saltwater container. And what we're gonna do is try and figure out why. So I have a bunch of ice that I'm gonna take some big chunks from and put it in my container over here. Okay, so I have a nice layer of ice in my freshwater container, and I'm gonna add some food coloring. Now, the food coloring is going to track where the water that is produced as the ice melts goes. So remember, ice is less dense than water, right? It's floating on the surface. And I got a nice layer, good thick layer here. And what I'm gonna do is add some food coloring, my purple, and we're gonna see where it goes. So I put it directly on the ice, and you can see that purple dye is just going straight to the bottom. And what it's doing is it's following the flow of the water produced as the ice melts, right? And we put ice in water to make it colder, not saltier. So ice is fresh water, there's no salt in it. In fact, when sea ice forms, the salt stays behind. So this is what happens in our freshwater container. So let's take a look at the salt water. So we'll do the same thing. We're gonna add a bunch of ice to it. Exact same ice, pretty much same size pieces. Nothing different about it. Get a nice thick layer like we had in the other one, right? So covering the surface. And we're gonna add our food coloring and see where it goes. So it does go down, but you'll notice it's going much, much slower. And most of it is sitting up there at the surface and not really going anywhere. So you have a little bit coming down, but nothing like before. And what is going down goes right back up. So our ice is sitting in this pool of melting ice water. And our ice is still there. If you look at the other one, this ice is in the freshwater, it's practically gone between when we started and ended. This one, our ice is still sticking around. Most of that food coloring is up at the surface, right? You can see it's much darker up here. We did have a little going down, but not so much. So your job is to take this information and tell me why the ice melted faster in freshwater than it did in salt water. And you can figure that out just by thinking about where does the water produced by the melting ice go. Good luck.